Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for the brand new raid boss, Vitaath, the Shivering Death. This is a brand new raid boss that came out today. It's very difficult, just as a heads up. I believe my clan doing this as a warband was one of the first few to actually complete it on our server, which again, there's not that many people that are able to actually do this. This is actually quite difficult, but big shout out to my Clan of the Rogue encampment. But it requires a minimum of 2,000 combat rating. I'm curious to know what your guys' combat rating is. Feel free to go ahead and comment down below, because I'm also really curious to see what people's combat rating actually is. Mine's 1,600, and I've been playing the game pretty often. I mean, I'm not playing it like 8 hours a day, but at the same time, I'm playing it a couple hours here and there. I'm definitely logging in, doing my dailies and stuff, and I still am under the recommended amount. They probably just released it today so that people would have something to kind of grind for. But nonetheless, I'll go over kind of the mechanics. I also want to explain the boss's abilities are actually going to be in white. I'll actually pause so you guys can see. This, you don't want to stand in this, obviously, but because some of the boss moves are actually in white, it's very difficult to kind of see when there's all these other VFX going off. So just for maybe some feedback, maybe just make them red or orange, just so it's easier to visually see, because sometimes there's overlap. And you can see, I already procced my Phoenix of the Ashes right there. There's like a little blizzard effect that does happen. Those you can see visually on the ground. Those are going to have icicles that just pop out of the floor. I'm just kind of helping my team by killing the trash bombs, because, well, I'm not going to be able to do that much damage and be that close, because I can get one-shotted very, very easily in this. But there's a few mechanics that I can explain. I've only done this once so far, but there's going to be an ability coming up over here, which is like, I'm going to call it like the spiral attack. I'm not sure if it has an official name, but this ability, that also one-shots us. Basically, because we're not at the combat rating required, a lot of the moves will one-shot us. So when you see this spiral attack over here, it's going to happen right about here. You want to hop over it, use a mobility, or if your character has the ability to absorb like one attack or something, this would be excellent to go ahead and do it on. I'm really looking forward to getting the win set, because once we get the 6-piece win set, I mean, we're immune to 5 different attacks every 40 seconds. That's going to be excellent for raid bosses, but I don't think anyone can have it right now because we lack the ability to get rings for the 6-piece bonus. I decided to go ahead and use my 1 res, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick up another fellow clanmate in the warband. So we're going to go ahead and res them, and we'll take down the boss, and I'll show you guys the reward too, because obviously with new raid bosses, there's a new thing that we can put in the Heliquary. But I'm really trying to keep my distance, because again, at this point, because I'm under the combat rating required, this move is really powerful as well. And just since this video is kind of a slightly a guide to it. So she's going to be putting her sword into the ground. Once she does this, you would once again want to do something that can either make you like block or go up in the air with, let's say, Daring Swing. Maybe can block it. I haven't tested this out. But when she puts her sword into the ground, you can see multiple people died. I died. Someone else died over there. But you can see just the basics of the boss fight over here. And I actually ripped over here and didn't get a res, because I mean, the boss was low enough to the point where they're just going to burst it down. I definitely need to do a little bit more grinding over here. But I'll show you guys the reward that you get when you actually defeat him. So obviously you get scoria, but the most important thing is, what is that legendary thing that you get from this boss fight that you can actually put into the Heliquary? So let's go ahead and pick that up. That is the Frozen Wing of the Shivering Death. So that's what you get for the reward. Let's go ahead and exit it, and I'll show you guys what the heck it actually does. Alright, let's go ahead and put in the brand new Frozen Wing of the Shivering Death. We're going to seal it, plus 30 combat rating and 20% block chance on challenge rifts. Go ahead and seal that in, and bam, we got some nice upgrades. We also can refine the scoria that we just got. 16 on the Heliquary. Nice. So that's going to be the new Ice Queen Vitaath boss fight. If you guys enjoyed the gameplay, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you want to see more Diablo Immortal content in the future, this is your first time here, subscribe to the bell and you'll see more. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. And let me know what you thought of the boss fight. Peace.